People of New Jersey, what is going on, and welcome back to our franchise mode. So you may have noticed there hasn't been a video for the last 2 days on GM mode, and that's because I was grinding, sorry, not franchise mode. You know what, I'm just going to call it GM mode. I'm sick of calling it franchise mode. I'm used to calling it GM mode, so we're going to call it GM mode. But I've been grinding some GM mode non-stop. Over the past weekend, if you didn't know, I actually got in a car accident, which really sucks, so I was kind of not allowed to really do a whole lot. So I was grinding GM mode for like 8 hours a day, and I took the Vancouver Canucks and I did a whole bunch of stuff to them, and I really found another way to enjoy the GM mode. This is my first real attempt at doing this new gen stuff, so I think that the reason why I took the weekend and really just understood it, like I played a lot, like an unhealthy amount. So I think I played a lot, and I realized the components of it. I realized that it's a lot different than previous gen, and I gotta get over that. I gotta get used to it. But we got a few comments to go over, and we got a few things to do in this episode. So get ready for this one. So Matthew1112 says the New Jersey Devils. That's funny. The Nuge is just killing it for us right now. He looks like a great acquisition. He has 11 goals, 13 assists. I think he's a point per game. Yeah, he's over a point per game. He's having a phenomenal start to the year, which is great, which is absolutely awesome. There is some concern, though, about our first line and whether we should either change up positions. And actually, I want to go over to this comment here, and he says, try this. So, Nuge Hall, Drouin. So he wants to put Drouin on the first line. He also says Bo Bennett, Henrique, Palmieri. So change Bo Bennett to the left wing, and then Zachar, Richard, Smith-Pelly, Hendricks, Zajac, and Reed Boucher. Also, he actually says maybe try a 10-game line switch with Drouin and Palmieri. I've done that in the past. I like doing that. It's actually a lot of fun to compare stats. I've done that before in pretty much all of my GM modes. Whether I want to see if a guy's going to be a first liner or a second liner, we put a player on the first line, and then we'll see. And then we test how he does for 10 games, and then we go ahead and put a second liner on the first line, and vice versa. So that may have to happen. That may be something that we could do. And he says for the defense, put Moore and Cody Ceci together. So let's see what our defense looks like right now. He wants John Moore with Cody Ceci. Wait, this guy messed up. This guy messed up. I think he meant to put John Moore on there twice. So I think what he meant to do was put Severinsen on there. So that's his bad. So he wants Green and Merrill down here, and then have Santini and Severinsen. So that's not bad. We could try to get Santini going. He's got no points, -4, having a brutal start to his NHL career. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So let's give the kid some more ice. Everyone's got to be stepping up on our defensive core. So one last comment here is from William the Conqueror, which is a fantastic name. He says that we should move Zajac now that he's an 85 overall, and I agree with you. I really do. And we could move Zajac for another defenseman, and then we could put Santini back in, maybe not throw him down to the minors, but maybe throw Andy Green in there. So we get rid of a few vets, and maybe we throw in a pick for maybe a young, or maybe even like a defenseman who's like in his prime. I don't have anyone off the top of my head, but maybe like Alex Edler. I think he would help out our team right now. You know what? Maybe not. We really need a defensive stud. We have a bunch of pretty decent defensemen. Like Severinsen's going to be good. He needs a few years. Cody Ceci's in the same boat, and John Moore is pretty much topped out at a 85. I still have hope for John Merrill. I hope he does get better. I'm kind of concerned about playing him on the third line defensive core. We know he does have power play time and stuff like that. So I like the direction that we're headed in. I think we have a lot of things going right for us, which is awesome. And currently, actually, we've been on quite a tear. If you guys remember on the last episode, I think we won 7 in a row. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then we actually lost against the Dallas Stars. So you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If we continue to win, I'm not gonna fuck up this team. I'm not gonna change it. There's no way why I should. We just won 7 in a row. 7 in a row. That is impressive. You need a good team to win 7 in a row. That got our team chemistry up. That got our morale up. See, I don't want to go lose lose a whole bunch of games here. I don't. Okay, see, another win, a shootout win. That's some grindy victory there. You see, even though we're only 3 games over 500, that's big. That's huge for me because we haven't been above 500 in a long time. So that is a win. I am happy with where we're at right now. 13-10. It doesn't look glorious, but we're there. And that was actually a one goal game, a 1-goal loss. Unfortunately, we dropped one to Calgary. Let's get back on the winning train here, guys. Florida and New York, some tough opponents, but we got this. Come on, get some victories, baby. 6-1. There you go. That's how you deal with a team like that. The Rangers have a pretty similar record to us and an overtime loss. You know what? We got the point. That's all that matters. We got the point. I'm happy with that. LA got a pretty similar record, 2-0. You see, we're playing good now. We're playing good. That's why I don't want to move Travis Zajac. And you're thinking, yeah, you're playing good right now. You're on a hot streak. But what happens when you lose 8 or 9 in a row? Yeah, maybe we'll have to deal with that when we cross that bridge. But as of right now, we're winning games. We're winning more than we're losing, and that's why I'm happy. And the games we're losing, you can see we've got 2 shootout losses. So we are getting the point, and there's a shootout win. Now we're grinding it. We're killing it right now. 16-11-2, 17-11-2. Look at that. There you go. There you freaking go. So that's why I don't want to move Travis Zajac. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to make any line changes right now. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to continue on this train, okay? If we can keep this up for the next couple months, we're going to solidify ourselves a playoff spot, and we're going to be more in the playoff race. So let's go slow sim here against Washington, our ex-GM mode. Let's go. First period, 2-0. Matt Hendricks and Adam freaking Henrique. There you go. Period number 2, 3-0. Adam Henrique gets a second of the game. Does he want the hat trick? No, he doesn't. We end up blanking the Washington Capitals, shutting down Ovi, shutting down Nicholas Backstrom. Doesn't even matter. Corey Schneider is a brick wall. 23 saves. We're winning hockey games. This is beautiful. And that was also Taylor Hall bobblehead night. So that's a great thing. That's fantastic. Oh man, I'm happy. I'm happy as it gets. We're gonna go ahead and get through this month, and I mean, hopefully we can continue with the victories. We got I think like 8 or 9 games left. So I mean, things could turn sour. Oh man, 7-1 loss. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. No, but I mean, I'm happy that we're winning. I'm very, very happy, and that's something we haven't done in a little while. So, you know what? Games like that are going to happen. 7-1, that's obviously sucks. But let's get back. Come on, rebound good here with a 2-0 victory. Corey Schneider. Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident, and, you know, we may lose a pretty embarrassing game there, 7-1, but those things happen. We're 20-12-2, and, like, here's the game that we are losing. We're getting blown out. Like, saw there, we lost 6-1 against Nashville and 7-1 against Ottawa there. So that sucked against Mike Camilleri and the Ottawa Senators. So let's do a quick team update here, and let's see, see the stats. We should be, we are 4th in our division, but it's really, really tight, I mean, if we win one game, we're tied for first place. So that just goes to show how tight our division is, and we're in 4th, that's crazy. So Ryan Hopkins still leading the way with 35 points in 35 games, so he's slowed down a little bit, but not by a whole lot. Taylor Hall's getting back on the horse. Yeah, you know what? I'm leaving our first line as it is. We're getting points, okay? We're getting points. We're doing pretty well. Palmieri and Hall had a really slow start. If they were playing like this throughout the entire year, no doubt in my mind they would be up in the 33 point range. So I'm not concerned about that. Jonathan Drouin, 26 points, is doing great. That's what I wanted out of him. He's a -1. That's a little bit lame, but I mean, our whole second line is actually in the minus category. But we're winning games. We're winning hockey games. Cody Ceci, 13 points. I really understand what you guys are saying. Really get a stud on the defensive core. Like if we had for example, Erik Karlsson, that'd be amazing, right? But obviously that's not going to happen. So if we get, maybe we could draft smart, maybe we could figure something out at the draft, but, and also getting a better second liner is on my list as well, because Drouin and Henrique can get it done all day, every day. It's just, Bo Bennett is kind of dragging the line down a little bit, only 2 goals. He's listed as a third liner, but we are playing him as a second liner. Reed Boucher, he's doing pretty decent as well, 15 points on the third line. Pavel Zacha's turned it up a little bit, which is nice to see. Where is Santini? Still done nothing. Oh, man. Really? 35 games? Oh, man. What is wrong with this guy? Is it wrong for me to throw him down in the minors and like see if there's someone in the AHL that can do better? Sorry, not someone in the AHL, someone in the free agency that could do better? Because that's unacceptable. I mean, I get he's a rookie, but 35 points, but 35 games and no goals, no points, even not even an assist. Not even an assist. Let's see if there's any 83 overall free agents that we could just throw a contract to and get Santini back down in the minors. I mean, Nikitin's there. Nikitin's available. He's poo, though. He's poo. Mazzaros is available. He's a vet, top 6, 32 years old. He's poo as well, but I mean, would he be better? I don't want to stir the pot, though. We're winning games. That's why I don't want to fuck things up. I'm going to move... See, I'm scared to move Santini down because if I move him down and we start losing games, I'm going to look like an idiot. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to get another month of simulation done. I'm scared about Santini because he's possibly bringing down the defensive core. But you know what? If we're winning games, nothing else really matters. Nothing else really matters if we're winning hockey games. And you know what? Or maybe you're just on a bit of a hot streak. I'm hoping we can continue it. 3-2 loss there. It seems like the games that we lose, either we get absolutely blown out or we lose by one game. You can see there, 3-2 and then a 4-3 overtime loss. So the games that we're winning, we're doing pretty decent. But the games that we're losing, either we lose by one goal or we get absolutely shit kicked. First period, 3-0. Palmieri, Richards, and Bo Bennett, absolutely beautiful. They got the triangle going on there. That's beautiful. Period number 2, 5-1. Wow, Travis Zajac and Adam Henrique. Man, Henrique's been a beast for the simulations. He seems to score every single time. And the third period is going to look like a 6-2 game. That was dominating. That was a dominating performance there. I don't even know if the Flyers have a good record or not, but Zajac 2 points, Boucher 2 points, and we got Adam Henrique there, who's really impressing me actually. We took him down off the first line, and he has impressed me. And they actually don't have a very good record, to be honest. But I'll take the wins. That was a big, giant victory up against Pittsburgh and Crosby. See, another 1-goal game. We're losing these 1-goal games, and I'm not really sure why. 4-2, there you go. See, I'm happy. It's not, it's not super outrageous. We're not, a super crazy team, but we are a 500 squad. We're above 500, and that makes me happy. Let's try to challenge ourselves here. Let's slow sim this game against Montreal. Give ourselves a bit of a challenge. They're a 6 squad. They got Carey Price in the cage. I'd be stoked if we win, but if we don't, I can understand why. First period. Oh man, 2-0. Kyle Palmieri and Bo Bennett. There you go. Period number 2. 2-1, Shea Weber. All right, it's not PK Subban, but let's slow sim this one here. Come on, how do I do this? Resume simulation. All right, come on here. We're going a minute at a time. It looks like. Come on, guys, hold down the lead here. Corey Snyder he's holding it down. He's the backbone. Come on. We're playing good D. We're not letting anything slip past us. And Bo Bennett, the second goal of the game, and that should ice it. That is a big giant victory over Montreal. That's awesome. Oh man, that's sick. Bo Bennett had 2 goals in that game. After I'm talking about getting rid of this guy, I say he's not a good second liner. He's upset that I said that. He's not very happy. His morale has gone down. What is this? This is t-shirt giveaway. We'll slow sim that game as well against Tampa Bay. I think I remember them having a pretty good record. That's a big game that we just won. That's a giant game against Carey Price. I don't know if I started their backup or not, but Carey Price, that's a big game. I'm pretty ecstatic on that. We're only going to go 2 weeks in the SHL here because they don't have that many players. Up against Columbus, and then we'll slow sim the game against Tampa. I think that may be this episode. 3-2 win again. There you go. You know what? They have a decent record. I mean, decent enough. It's not awful, but we got Stamkos to deal with. I don't even know if they have it net. Probably Vasilevsky now that Ben Bishop's gone to Arizona. But Adam Ernie starts it off 1-0, unfortunately, on the second shot of the game. First period. Oh, man. Steven Stamkos and Adam Ernie. Come on, guys. Let's go. Period number 2. Oh man, we're out shooting them. Third period, can we get back? Oh, Taylor Hall gets one, but it wasn't quite enough, unfortunately. We had a bad first period, couldn't rally back in the second, and that was a crappy game to have our t-shirt giveaway on. Let's go up to the 30th, up against the Philadelphia Flyers. And then we're probably going to look at our arena and our upgrades, all that stuff. I have been playing with the franchise mode off, and it does make the GM mode a lot more enjoyable. So for next time, I definitely know what to do for next time. I'll turn that baby off. 2 losses in a row. We come back with another victory against the New York Rangers. St. Louis, we win 4-1. That's great. 26-19-3. That's awesome. I hope we're in a playoff spot. I mean, our division is so tight. I really hope that we can squeak into a playoff spot here. So going to January 30th here, we're going to slow stem the game against the Philadelphia Flyers. First period, 0-0. Period number 2, 1-0. Wayne Train, Simmons, all right, he puts them up by 1. They're out shooting us like crazy. Oh, man, Voracek gets another one. Oh, Wayne Simmons, this game is all but over. That one hurt. 4-1. Jonathan Drouin gets one to break the shutout, but 4-1, they were all over us there. Wayne Train with 2 goals. And that was a dominating performance out of the Philadelphia Flyers. So 26-20-3, for all intents and purposes, we're at 26-23. So we're above 500. It's great. If we don't make the playoffs this year, it's fine. We're not going to be a bottom team like we were last year. Where are we? So, I mean, we're on a playoff spot. We're on a playoff spot. Again, not by much. Look at how close our division is. Oh, my God. Look at how tight that is. So I'm a little bit freaked out. Why does our goalie say it's only 80? You see there, 91, 91, and then 80? What the hell? We have Corey Schneider. What are you talking about? Usually that's like an 89 or like a 90. What's going on, Corey? You all right? I mean, you're feeling sick? What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. Is it because Wedgwood's getting the start? Is that the reason? So if I put Corey Schneider there, will it make it go up? I hope so. That's weird. I've never seen that happen. Oh, yeah, it does. So, yeah, we have 92 goal attending. Wow. Okay, so Scott Wedgwood was getting the start. That's why it's down. See, I didn't know that. I'm learning. It's a learning curve here. I do want to check out how everyone is performing, and then probably off camera, I'll just go and do all the arenas and upgrades, all that stupid stuff. I wish I would have turned that off. It's cool. It's a cool concept if you're doing it on your own, but for recording it, I feel like it takes up a lot of time, and I don't really, I mean, you guys don't seem to really enjoy it that much, so I totally understand that, and we'll turn it off for the next go around, but for the meantime, I'll just do it off camera. So, Nuge slowed down a little bit. He's got 43 points in 49 games still. That's great. He's still going to get, hopefully 75, maybe even 80 points. That'd be sick. Kyle Palmieri's turned it way, way up. He feels blessed. 40 points in 49 games. I mean, same deal with Taylor Hall. He's really turned it up, which is awesome. Drouin still doing great. Henrique doing great. The second line's doing phenomenal. Bo Bennett's even turned it up a little bit. He's got 20 points. Reed Boucher's got 20 as well. So, I mean, either one of those guys you could put on our top 6. Devonta Smith-Pelly, Travis Zajac. Like, he's got to go, I think. But I don't want to mess up our mojo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Pavel Zacha, 14 points. That's fine. The kid's not going to have a crazy year, and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. He's going to take over the third-line wing spot next year. The second-line wing spot, hopefully. Maybe he'll be a legitimate third-liner for next year. Maybe get 35 to 40 points, and then in year 4, I guess it would be, it would be year number 4, he'll jump up to the second-line minutes, maybe at 85 or 86 overall. So you can see here, Santini, buddy, all I want for you is to get 1 point. That's all I want, dude. 1 point. Just one. Like, get an empty net assist or something. Come on, I'm giving you top 4 minutes. I'm trying to help you out here. Come on, man. God, give me something here, because I'm getting frustrated. So no surprise here, Patty Kane is leading the way. We got Jack Eichel, Giroux, Taves, Panarin, all the guys there, all the guys you expect up there. No one really that I don't expect up here. Brad Marchand, yeah, he did really well last year too. What a beast. He just signed that huge contract with the Boston Bruins, and I mean, rightfully so. I'm a Canucks fan, and I can give props to Brad Marchand, because the role he plays is an annoying one, and he does it well. He does it really, really well. You can see here, just going down the list, see how everyone's doing. So, I mean, look at Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He's probably in the top, like, what, 30, I guess, maybe 20. That's wicked. That's awesome. I'm so glad that Nuge turned out to be good, because if he turned out to be crappy, I would have looked stupid. But the trade's paying off, so I'm happy about that. Here's rookie goalies, just so you guys can quickly see. Scott Wedgwood's 1 and 6. He's not helping anything out. So maybe in the next video we'll go up to trade deadline, and maybe we'll make a trade for a defenseman and a backup goalie. What do you guys think about that? Is if we are going to push for a playoff spot, say we do make it to the playoffs, and I hope we do. I don't want to get bounced in the first round. I want to make some sort of a dent. Maybe we could be the 2012 LA Kings who were like the 8th seed, and they come in and they win the Stanley Cup. I want to be that team. I want to be that. I would love to be that. Here's a look at all the goalies. Corey Snyder's right up there. Played a lot of games, and he's doing really well. 3 shutouts. So maybe on my list is maybe another defenseman to get rid of Santini. I don't know. Is it too early to think about the playoffs? I think in any other division, it would be too early, or we don't have that good of a record to start thinking about the playoffs. But with our division being as tight as it is, I think even Washington is still in the playoff picture. They're 9 points out of first place. It's very realistic for them to move. It's very realistic for them to win 8 or 9 in a row. Boom, they're first place, So I think we should seriously start considering the playoffs. I really think that we should. So the big issue is obviously trading Travis Zajak's contract. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing up Mike Richards to the 3rd line. I also wouldn't be opposed to getting a 4th line center. And look at this guy. He's going to be so good for us. He's the guy that we need right now. I just got to be patient with this guy. He's going to be sick. I promise. He's going to be awesome. We got a few players coming up as well. So, we have the pieces in place, and things are finally coming through. Things are finally looking up, which is great. Santini went up to an 83. How? This guy is awful. He's awful. What the hell? So I'm thinking trade Andy Green, maybe, and throw in... That's a lot of cap to trade. That's not realistic. Or not even being realistic. It's just so off the board. Giving 2 plus... That's $10.7 million a contract you're going to throw away for what? That's a lot of contract to take on. So it's going to be a tough trade. I think if anything, we should just move Travis Zajac for maybe a decent defenseman, like a veteran guy who's been around for a long time. I remember I was seeing some comments that, maybe not like an older guy, but I was seeing some comments about Jake Gardner, who's young-ish, 27. He's been around the league for a little while. He could put up some numbers. His trade value is a bit too high, actually. What are we going to get for Travis Zajac? That's the question. I'd love like a Kevin Shattenkirk. That's obviously never going to happen. Colton Parayko, he's available, 24 years old. He's young, though. He's pretty much Severinsen, maybe getting a little bit more points than him, but he's in the same boat. Not even. He's only got 14 points, minus 20. He needs to change of scenery. That's awful. And if we are going to trade Travis Zajac for a defenseman, I want to trade it to a team who, may not make the playoffs, like Nashville. If they want to get rid of a defenseman, could be Ekholm. Ekholm will be kind of perfect. 86 overall, top 4. He doesn't really put up a whole lot of numbers, but he's a large improvement from Santini. I think that would be a realistic-ish trade to trade Travis Zajac for Ekholm, who's making 3.7 for 5 years. I think that would be a decent trade. And down the middle, they have Ryan Johansson and nobody else. Nobody else. No one at all. They have Mike Ribeiro, who's 84, and Colton Sisson. So they need a bona fide second liner. So, that's one possibility. I'm sure there's a million others. But that's kind of what I'm aiming towards, is a defenseman kind of like that. Because I don't think we're going to be able to get a top-tier guy like Mark Giordano or, a top guy. And that's fine. And that's fine because we have the prospects in peace for a few years. They're going to be sick. You just got to be very, very patient. I know it sucks. If you guys see anyone that I'm missing, maybe let me know. But I don't want to trade him, to a team that needs that defenseman to go to the playoff push. I'd go to like Arizona, who has like Stone, but there's lots of options. I'm not sure what it is right now. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe we don't make a move. Maybe we keep on keeping on how we're doing. Hampus Lindholm will be just mint. We've had him in the past, and he was really good. Sami Vatanen, he doesn't have that big of a trade value, but he does put up points. he puts up big numbers. And would that be, you know, quote unquote realistic to trade? You know, it wouldn't, because they have Getzlaf, they have Kessler, and they have Raquel. So they don't need, they don't need Travis Zajac. As much as I would really, really like to get him, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. So I'm going to leave that with you guys. What do we do? I think getting a backup goalie, anyone better than Scott Wedgwood right now, is a giant upgrade. I'm sure there's a goalie out there, so I'm not too concerned about that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and do all that arena stuff off camera. But I'll see you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I sure did. I'm happy. I'm happiest GM in the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.